Yo, what up? It's your boy Amir. Welcome to another episode of That's Dope. Yo, what up, guys? So I'm just getting back from Atlanta, man. I spent the last week working with an artist in Atlanta. Shout out to my partner XO. He's an artist from Louisiana, one of the hardest working, dopest independent artists I know. But we actually went to Atlanta for a week just to vibe out and just to catch a different vibe. And that's something I like to do with artists sometimes. I think about Kanye because he do the same thing when he's working on an album. He'll go to like Paris or Wyoming or Hawaii, somewhere just to work on a record. It just gives you a different vibe or creates a different type of energy in the records that you create. So for this trip, we actually went to Atlanta. We rented an Airbnb for a week and we just set up and work. I took my laptop, we bought a MIDI controller. There were some speakers that were already there. We set up, made a closet, a booth, and we just worked, man. You know what I'm saying? So if you're a producer or you're an artist and you're just looking for a different type of vibe, sometimes it might be good to leave your city or go somewhere else and just set up and work and do something a little bit different. But anyway, today I got this acoustic guitar sound that I found out of Omnisphere. Super dope, sounds realistic, and acoustic guitars are really popular in hip hop and rap right now. So I got this melody that I was playing, so I want to take that and just build on top of it, and let's see if we can come up with something dope. Alright, let's get it. Alright, so the first sound we got is a sound out of Omnisphere. It's an acoustic guitar. It's called double track 6 strings. And I love Omnisphere because out of like a lot of the third party sounds that you can buy to use in Pro Tools, Omnisphere is one of those that just sound rich and it sounds full, and like all the sounds just sound good to me anyway. So I'm gonna play for you what we're gonna be playing. Alright, so that's basically what we're gonna build the whole beat around. So let's lay down that part. Alright, so we got that guitar laid down. The next sound is a sound out of Expand. It's called Woodpecker Bells. And I pulled it up and I was playing this. Alright, so let's lay that on top of the guitar. So this next sound is actually just going to be there for texture. It's called Cave, and it's a sound out of Expand again. And I'll let you hear what it sounds like. That's it. It's not really there for anything but to kind of be underneath and just to add like a little bit of texture to the track. So let's put that in there. Alright, so we got that sound in there, and like I said in another video, sometimes I like to just add sounds just for texture. They don't even have a purpose other than just to be underneath and just to be like some ear candy if you're listening in headphones, or you may even notice it on speakers. But a lot of times, you'll hear little things in headphones that I've done if you listen to my music or listen to beats that normally you wouldn't even hear. You wouldn't even recognize it just listening to the full song, because it really doesn't have a whole lot of purpose besides texture. But anyway, so we got that down. Now let's work on the drums. Alright, so we got the drums, and I know somebody out there is like, where the hell did the guitar and everything else go? Well, I intentionally left that particular part open because I wanted to add something different. When the drums drop, that's actually when I'm going to let the verses come in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take a piano and play something in the same vein as the guitar, but a little bit different. So let's add that piano on top of the drum. Oh, and for those of you who want to know, I'm just using the mini grand out of Pro Tools. If you watch any of my other videos, you know I go to this as like my go-to piano plugin for a lot of stuff. Well, for a lot of beats or whatever. So let's add that. All right, cool. So I had a couple little timing things in there. I'm gonna go in there and clean that up, and then we'll come back and add the bass. All right, so for the bass sound, I'm using a sound out of Vacuum. It's just a bass sound that I created, like a sine bass, and I added like a little distortion to it. So let's add that on top of the beat. So we're doing 12 bar verses on this particular beat. And for the last 4 bars, this is something I like to do in my beats. I like to add something to like just to change it up for the last 4 before it goes back into the chorus. So we're gonna do something a little bit different there. So let's play around and let's see if we can find some sounds to put just for those last 4 bars of the verse. All right, so I got this sound called Fuzzy Sync Bass out of Expand, and it's a sound I go to a lot. But what I did to it was I actually just added a delay to it, and it's just kind of spreading it out a little bit. And I'm actually using some distortion on it and a little bit of EQ here with the SSL plugin. I talk about how I like to EQ to make things sit in a certain place. How a sound is EQ'd, or the frequency content in a sound, kind of determines where our ears determine where it's coming from. And so I try to use EQ in that manner, opposed to just, hey, let me pull out some a frequency here, pull out a frequency there. I do that sometimes when there's something annoying in a certain sound and that frequency is just sticking out like crazy or whatever. But for the most part, for me, I use EQ to place things in certain places in a mix. So like I said, I got this sound called Fuzzy Sync Bass, and we're just going to add it to the last 4 bars of the verse. All right. Perfect. So up next, we got a sound out of Expand. It sounds like this. And we're just going to be adding that on top of the same 4 bars just to change it up and give the beat a little variation before the chorus comes back in. So let's add that. All right, so we got that, but what's an Amir production without a vocal sample? So we back to my old trusty XL Out of Contact, and we're just gonna add like a little vocal hit, just something underneath to kind of keep the beat. Well, not really keep the beat moving, but to kind of just hold the beat down a little bit. All right, so let's add that. I got a sound that's called Art from XL, All Jumbled Up, and it's just basically a sound. It got a sounds like it has a gang of reverb on it. All right, so that's basically all it is. So we're gonna put that in the beat just on those 4 bars. All right, perfect. I got one more thing I want to add, which is some rises and some sweeps, and then let's listen to the beat from the top. That'll do it for this one, but like always, I want to know, what did you guys think about the beat? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Would you have done something differently? Leave a comment below and let's talk about it. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. And guys, look, I'm really trying to grow the channel, so if you really enjoyed it, don't hesitate to share the video. It really helps with getting the awareness out about the channel. All right, so until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Arrivederci.